Alright, today we'll be doing lab 9-3. And so for 9-3, we're back in the VMware for the University of Arkansas. We'll be using the SQL Server database, and we're in Excel. So we're going to go ahead and start by pulling in our data from the SQL Server database, and I'm going to go ahead and take y'all out of all the typing that we have to do. All right, so now here we have it typed out. Again, same server that we've always been using, and then same database with Dillard's. What we're doing here is we're going to select our year from the transaction date. We're going to call it year. We're going to take our month name from the transaction date, and we're going to call it month. We're also going to be pulling the state, and then we're going to sum the transaction amount from the table, and we're going to call it our sales amount. We're going to inner join store with transact using the store columns that we have, and we're going to exclude our online sales. That's what this is here. And then we're going to group them by the year, the transaction date, the month, and then the state, and then we're going to order them by the same that we've grouped them by. So now we can just hit OK. All right, there we are. And we're going to hit load. And we're doing a lot of loading information here, so we're going to go ahead and let it load. I'm going to go and take it out of the load. Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay, and we can see here that we loaded in 986 rows of information. That is correct. And we can see here that we have our year, our month, our state, and our sales amount. So we're pulling everything right there. All right. All right, and just like we did in 9-2, we're going to go ahead and create two new columns. Our state, tax rate and state tax owed. All right, and we'll go ahead and expand these out. And then what we want to do is, just like in 9-3, we want to copy in our information from the state sales tax. So we'll go ahead and open this up, and then here we go. And we're going to copy that right here, and we'll go ahead and go V. And then we'll go ahead and make this a table. There we go. So we see we have our table there. And then what we'll go ahead and do is we'll do our VLOOKUP. For our state, our table array being our table here. We want 2 to be our column index, and we want an exact match. We're going to hit enter. And so we can see here that everything is lining up correctly. We have 0.04 for Alabama. For Arizona here, or sorry, Arkansas here, we have 0.065. And for Arizona, we have 0.056. Yep. So everything's looking like it pulled correctly. All right, and then we'll just do our round just like we did before. We're going to use this times this. And we want to round it to 0 decimals. So we're going to put 0, and then we're going to close it, and we're going to hit enter. And there we go. So we have all that information down there, and they're keeping it as all whole numbers. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're clicked inside the table, and we're going to go over to insert. We're going to make a pivot table. Query one, yep, that's correct. So we can see here that we've copied the right information. We're going to put it in a new worksheet, and we do not want to click to add this to the data model. We want to leave this unchecked. And then we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And there we go. So we've created our pivot table here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull our state into our rows. We're going to go ahead and pull our year into our columns, and then our state tax owed into our values. We want to do a comparison of just 2014 to 2015, so we're going to go ahead and unclick our 2016 right there. And then we want to go ahead and get rid of our grand total because we do not need that for what we're doing with this. So we're going to do off for rows and columns, and then we also gets rid of it in both. And now what we want to do is we actually want to do sparklines for it. So we're going to go over to our pivot table analyze, and here, insert line, spark line. The data range that we want is going to be right here. And the location, which is the range, which is so where we're going to place it. We're going to do this right here. Actually, we're going to go ahead and do it this way. Yeah. All right. And we're going to click OK. And you can see here that it has created our spark line right there. And then we're just going to go ahead and drag this all the way down. And there we go. So now we can see our spark lines have been created for all of our information here. All right, and just kind of looking through the data that we can see here with our spark lines, we can see that actually a lot of our sales tax has gone down. Our sales tax owed has gone down, which could be a result of us having a reduction in sales. But we do see some states that are like Arizona and California and Colorado have an increase in sales tax. And then we can see here Montana does not have a sales tax, so it's going to stay the same. And with that, that concludes Lab 9-3. Thank you very much.